people smile, then it means the building connected to the heart. If a building makes you smile, it means you like it. You like going there. You like living in there. You will take care of it. And we find the smile is very easily evoked by using natural materials and natural flowing forms. It's something that talks to people's hearts. This is Markus from Chamber Life Architects responding to interview questions from the architecture lab. What inspires you? I think nature inspires me. Flowing lines, anything that is not regular, square, triangular, and good spaces inspire me. Creating good spaces is something that I feel deeply connected to. What inspired me to become an architect? Throughout my life, I went into big buildings at night to feel what kind of feeling they would evoke, and I went to see beautiful places all along, and to see what happens when you go there. And I could quickly find out buildings where something happens and building where nothing happens. And then those buildings where something happens were always a magnet for me, and I was trying to understand what did the architect do to make that happen. Our design philosophy at Chamber Life Architects is really based around three issues. One is functionality. Functionality tops everything. The second is sustainability. But the third and the one that's most dearest to our heart are smiles. We find that if our building make people smile, then it means the building connected to their heart. It actually enriches their life. If a building makes you smile, it means you like it. You like going there. You like living in there. You will take care of it. And so also sustainability and functionality are enhanced if the smile comes into effect. And we find the smile is very easily evoked, or is evoked by using natural materials and natural flowing forms. Is something that talks to people's hearts. I guess at this point, Panyaden School is my favorite project because it's a very big project, and I can see how it inspires many people. Children like to go to school, which is one of the things we wanted to achieve to start with. Teachers like to come there. It's quite easy to find teachers for our school because of the facilities. And, parents are fascinated, so I can see that what we've done there, bringing bamboo and earth architecture into the 21st century by combining with modern thinking, modern design, technology, is something that people can relate to. So I think the impact of the school is quite big. So it's probably makes it my favorite project. Guess I have to pick something. We have a lot of details that are cool. I mean, the trusses at the sports hall were the first bamboo trusses ever made and designed. So that's why the sports hall became internationally so famous. But the reciprocal roof in the library is quite cool, I find. Do you have a favorite material? Well, obviously it's bamboo and earth. How do you see bamboo in architecture? Well, I see it everywhere in our design and building. What is stopping architects from embracing this potential carbon-free material? Laws and regulations, supply chains, ignorance. Ignorance is always very much actually on top of the list. People don't understand that this material can actually last long, as a higher tensile strength in steel is load-bearing almost like cement. So they think it's just a pretty thing for decoration and not like we use it as a structural material. I guess like everybody, I talk to the clients, we go to sites. First thing is I have to understand the site. I have to understand how I use the site best, how is the arrival, how is the flow, where are the quiet corners, where are the busy corners, and then we design our buildings according to the flow as we understand it. And the natural materials give me the ability to design any kind of flowing form. It doesn't have to be square, or actually it will never be square, as I really can't stand that stuff. How do you balance function and creativity in your designs? Well, it starts with function. First we make a layout of everything. We ask the client in detail who is going to use the building, how many people, what is the exact function or the functions that they want to have. And we try to arrange the function along our understanding of the whole site. And then we let our creativity take over and design something over that. Well, as I said before, environment is I'm not sure you mean the environment at one specific site, or you mean environmental considerations in general. At the site, I think I explained that in general. Well, bamboo is by far the most sustainable material of all, so is earth. So I can see that we can build buildings that have at least the same function as any kind of modern building without creating environmental pollution. So, I prefer that. What inspired the Bull Cooking School and Bamboo Sports Hall? The sports hall, inspired. It starts with function. The school said that's what we need, international basketball size court that they can also use for volleyball, futsal, badminton, and I don't remember what else. And so there's certain dimensions were given. And then we were thinking, how can we achieve that? Because at that point, usually everybody used the big bamboo. The big bamboo, after 9 meters, the wall of the bamboo come actually gets too thin to be structurally competent. So you have to make a connection with a new one, and then you start having those triangular stuff. I was actually sitting in a very interesting place one evening. It was a blues bar located in a market hall in Chiang Mai. There's a huge hall built of cheap, usual metal construction with pillars and metal trusses. And I was listening to the music, and the acoustic was bad. The music was good, the acoustic was bad. I was thinking, if we could make this kind of roof in bamboo, the acoustic would be much better instead of a cheap metal. So I looked up how did they make the roof, and there I saw the trusses. And that was the time I needed some solution for the school. So I said, interesting, trusses. And I was lucky at that time I had a young Dutch engineer as an intern in my office. So I went to see him next month and said, can we do those trusses in bamboo? And he thought of it and said, yes. So, okay, cool, get to it. And let's, how it started for the sports hall. And once we got the idea of the trusses, then we looked at the design concept, and we saw the lotus flower put on the sides and used the different layers of leaves as a design inspiration. Same for the Bull Cooking School, actually, because the location that was given to us for that building was at the end of a long property, and at one side was a pond with a tree, and then in the middle, and we were looking at how do we include this dead end into a flowing energy curve in the whole building, for the whole site, because we also designed other buildings there. So you have to come in and back out. So we made this U-shaped, also in order to increase the actual inside space, because between the pond and the tree was not enough space to accommodate all the necessary spaces. Basically, there's 3 spaces in every building in a cooking school: the preparation, the cooking space, and the eating space. So, and then once we had the curve, and we started looking at designs, and we had this curve coming in and out, and once we had a curve, it started looking like the bull. What advice would you give to young architects? My advice would be erase Bauhaus out of your memory and anything your professors and teachers told you about. It's the biggest disease in architecture. All right, that's it for me out here. Have a good day.